Hey, yo. Welcome back to the W podcast. This is another one of the Mad Men episodes. As you know, me and the infamous Mr. Walnut Glut, we do co-host the W podcast together, but as Walnut said in episode 1 of the Mad Men episodes, that life happens. I'm a full-time dad, I have a full-time job. He has a full-time job, a lot of responsibilities. Sometimes stuff comes up, you know what I mean? So recordings on the weekends when, I have my parents, they're moving, so they're gonna be moving up here. So maybe some spontaneous visits, stuff comes up, but we definitely still want to get that content out to you. And I know, Walnut posted that W episode on Monday. Y'all make sure to go check that out. He has a good take and kind of the way he perceived the message that he received, the "you people" message from that rant, and how a company can take something negative and turn it into a positive, all with the power of like editing and just creativity. And as Walnut is in that business of creativity and content and advertising and stuff like that. So he definitely knows how to do stuff like that. And I admire him for that. And just seeing a little bit of his brain and see what his thoughts and kind of him picking through it and explaining it to someone like myself who doesn't know. But today's episode is going to be a little bit different. It is going to be a little bit more mad. I feel like, Walnut was passionate a little bit about his episode because, of course, you don't like what the guy's saying. He's not being very kind. He's not being, a good person. Canadians are good people, and they're known as good people. But here over in the US, we just get angry. I'm angry all the time for no reason. And this episode is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. And I'm angry because it just has, it's so close to me from my childhood till now. I've done nothing but play sports games. And the biggest thing, when it comes to the sports games is, these companies are making millions and billions of dollars off of the same game. And a lot of people who don't play sports games, they don't know what it's like. They don't know what it's like to play the game, to love the game. Yeah, it may be repetitive because you're like, you're doing the same stuff over and over again. But it takes technique. It takes skill sometimes. I do believe MLB is one of the most skill-based games that you could play, coordination and all. I'm getting a little older, late 20s over here, so my coordination is going down a little bit. But I feel like there's some things in the game that are broken. They know that they're broken, but they're not going to do anything about it. And one thing I wanted to mention, and let's kind of transition over. I wanted to mention why these companies, why do these companies feel like they don't have to make those changes? Why they don't have to make their games great? They just make them decent. And it's because of this here. This is EA, of course. SDS has some exclusivity, not with full simulation, because there are some other games that have came out, for MLB, stuff like that. But EA maintains exclusive Madden NFL license for multi-year renewal, and this was back in 2020. I don't know how many years it is. Has been the case for the past 15 years is how long they had the exclusivity. This one runs through May 2026. But one thing for me, the exclusivity is what's killing the sports game industry, period. I know with 2K, I think it's Take-Two Interactive, that they have some exclusivity. It's not full exclusivity like Madden. I bring up the Madden exclusivity because no other game can compete. All simulation NFL games have to go through Madden. So they have no competition. They have no reason to fix anything, because guess what? They don't have to. Because guess what? If you want to play the game, you have to buy Madden. And so, let's transition over to this. I got a little, found a little, video of, some glitches and some stuff that happens in the game that just frustrates me. That just makes me mad. You know what I mean? Stuff like this. This stuff happens all the time. You see the quarterback, Kyler Murray, fakes the handoff. The linebacker, he just runs right past him. Why? Is that simulation? I get it. It's a video game. Shit happens, but it happens too much. You make You make so much money. So much money. It's insane. EA, approximately 49% of their revenue come from in-app purchases. And for a play like that, where your linebacker that you may have bought a bundle for, you paid $100 bundle to get the best linebacker in the game, for him to miss a tackle like that, it's inexcusable. These motherfuckers are totaling, NFL franchise totaling $450 million people spend, billions of dollars. This company makes millions and billions of dollars off of the players. And we can complain, but nothing's ever going to happen because of the exclusivity. So let's go back a little bit. Let's kind of dig through here. You see the linebacker misses 2 tackles. He runs past him the first time, then he misses the second tackle. And I think this is regs. This might be regs, so it may be different. But when it comes to MUT, I see this shit all the time, and it's infuriating. When the boys, we could be sitting in Discord, kind of talking about the sports games, and shit like this happens, and you're just frustrated, and you're bitching in your friend's ear because you're like, oh, there was a glitch. I can't do anything about that. That's not skill based. You know what I mean? Of course, you got Mike Tomlin, coming and shaking his head. That right there, this kid's raging. He's raging. He's getting styled on right here. I don't see. Yeah, that's not a glitch right there. That's just good stick. Let's kind of skim through here. There was another one I wanted to show you guys. Oh, this one right here. So he hands the ball off. Oh no, that's just good stick right here. This one's good stick. Let's find a good one here. Oh, this one right here. Is this it? Nah, this some crazy video quality. Nah, there's one that you see more often than not that really just kind of infuriates me. So stuff like this, like you get the game just craps out. This is franchise mode. If you play Madden, franchise mode has been broken for years. You can't do anything about it. This guy, he's playing with his friends. The game is broken. He can't play. It just froze. It's dead. And guess what? The game is finalized because it's an online franchise mode. Been broken for years. And guess what? They're not going to fix it because of exclusivity for the NFL simulation gameplay. They're not going to fix it. And that shit is so infuriating, so frustrating. But they sit there, they won't fix these glitches, but they'll put new packs in every week after week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Shout out to that song. I don't know what the song is. I'm late 20s, okay? I don't know that song, but you know what I mean? So you sit there and you pump money into this game. I can't say I spent money on the game at the beginning of the year, of course, because I like my team to be good. But I feel like, lately it's just getting worse and worse. It's getting harder and harder for you to sit there. Let me let this play. It gets harder and harder. See that he just fumbled. He flopped. That's his fault. Yeah, that was the player's fault. That's player error. This is marked as a glitch. That's not a glitch. But what really pisses me off is that you have like there was a movement this year called the pack strike. Obviously, if you're on YouTube, Twitter, anything like that, you see he clearly gets tackled, nothing happens, the guy scores. This guy probably lost this game, and he's look at him. He's fucking. This guy's excited. He actually good play. I remember that. That's Los. Los missed the tackle, and people are pissed. But anyways, back on track. You know what I mean? So you literally have tournaments going on, and you see it in other communities too, where a glitch will happen and they won't even acknowledge it. You know what I mean? They'll act like it never happened. You see, and then stuff like that happens where you want to slam your controller, you want to break some shit, you're just infuriated, and you have some of the best players in the game. This guy blitz 3, he's blocking 7, and he gets sacked instantly. Dubby's a legend in the community. And even he's pissed. Everyone was pissed. They didn't want to spend money, and they just ignored it because guess what? They have $1 billion in revenue, so they don't need our money. They don't need you as a customer. And so that really what pisses me off, strictly about Madden. But one thing, I told myself I wasn't gonna buy 2K. I didn't buy 2K last year. Actually, no, I did buy 2K last year. I just didn't play it because it wasn't fun. Because you know what? It took me so long. I remember back in the day as a kid, you know, sitting there and you know, I will play my career for, you know, 3 years, and I'll have a 99 overall, and I'm over here yamming on LeBron, yamming on Dwight Howard in his prime, doing all this stuff. And I didn't have to spend any money. 14-year-old, 15-year-old Jay Saint, Josh, aka Josh, Jay Saint, you guys, I don't really stream, so you guys don't know me as Jay Saint, but 15-year-old Josh, 14-year-old Josh playing 2K, you know, having a good time, not having to spend any money. And then, you know, I didn't play it for a couple years because I see the money you have to pump into it. And so this short little clip here from my guy Hustle or Be Broke Gaming, he talks about he went from an 87 overall to go to a 90 overall, and you see it's costing him from 87 to 90. It's costing him 293,000 VC. And just to kind of break that down a little bit, for that much VC, that's about, you know, it's 239. So like you can't even buy the 50 and the 10, you know, you got to buy the 50, the 10, and then the 5. So you know what I'm saying? So you're spending basically what it costs to purchase another video game just to go, what, three levels in the video game? You know what I mean? When you buy a game, yes, it's supposed to be competitive, but even if you don't play online, like they don't give you an option when you're not playing online to earn these levels easier, to earn the VC easier without having to pay for it. They don't give you that option. You know what I mean? So that really infuriates me. And I you know, I spend money MLB, Madden, stuff like that. So like it's like I don't play I think it's my team mode in 2K. So I don't have a reason to spend money. I just want to level my guy up, play a couple, you know, career years, like Chris Move, shout out Chris Move, legend, you know, always doing the career stuff. But like you're having to pump hundreds and hundreds of dollars just to play solo. You know what I mean? Or if you don't spend the hundreds of dollars, because there may be people that comment in the comment section saying that you don't have to spend the money. Okay, I don't have to spend the money, but I don't have 100 hours in a week where I have the time to sit there and grind the fuck out of the game. It's ridiculous. I don't want to buy my son 2K because you can't even beat the college players without spending money. You start off at like a 68 overall, you can't drive by them, you can't dunk on them, you can't break their ankles, you can't steal the ball from them, you can't do shit unless you spend money. And it's fucking insane. It's really insane, and it really pisses me off. Like I said, a little bit different video than the first Madman episode. I'm just a little bit more mad. I'm a little bit more mad. They may not all be like this, but for me, like I said, sports games. I grew up loving sports games. When I started streaming a year ago, I started streaming MLB, or a year and a half ago, and I'm not saying the game was the best. MLB 20 was, you know, kind of where I first met everybody, the whole CZC, you know, the whole community. Everyone was great in the community. And then, you know, 21 came out. 21 wasn't the worst. I feel like freeze glitches were literally from the time the game came out to the time, you know, 21 was over and 22 came out. There was freeze glitches the entire year. Never really fixed them. Same thing with 22. And so I have a bit of a montage of shout out at the Ghost of Snowman on YouTube. Go subscribe. He streams. He's like doing 2 or 3 streams a night. Y'all go ahead and check him out. Check him out on his TikTok as well. Y'all gonna see a little bit of the magic on the TikTok here. We're just gonna go through a little bit. And this is one thing right here. This first beginning of this TikTok here, that Ramon, you guys all know Ramon, you know, SDS, you know, developer. I don't even know if he's a developer. He's with the SDS team. He's really kind of the face of them. You know, when you think of SDS and MLB The Show, you think of Ramon, you know, especially if you know Ghost TikToks. You know, he has his little, you know, the movement, you know, fuck off Ramon. But this is what every live content drop, every time they spoke to the community, these were the words that always came out of Ramon's mouth.
Everything is functioning as we intended. Perfect.
You see? Did you hear that? Hold on. Let's go. Let's go ahead. let's turn up the volume just a little bit, and then we're gonna turn it down because Ghost is loud as fuck.
Functioning as we intended.
The game is functioning as they intended. That phrase is literally the bane of my fucking existence. This clip here, you know, when they first introduced perfect perfects into the game, you think, okay, perfect, you hear the sound, you feel the vibration. If you have a PlayStation 5, you hear the dual sense vibration flowing through your body, the crisp sound of the crack of the bat of that perfect, and you see that ball fly 3,568 feet over the left field wall every time. That's what you would think, right? That's how you first felt when they introduced the perfects. But then shit like this year, after the first 2 weeks of MLB The Show 22, I feel like every time you would get every game, you have something like this happen.
Perfect.
And this is a culmination. This is a culmination of people playing in MLB stadiums. You stop playing MLB stadiums, please. For Ghost's sake, please stop. Because I don't play the game no more because I'm over it. But you know, maybe it's the stadium size, but even at like a Yankee stadium with the short porch, you get a perfect, and it's a pop fly. You know what I mean? And it doesn't make sense. I can find clip after clip, but I think Ghost he sums it up a lot. There were many glitches in the game that yes, they got fixed, but the one thing that didn't get fixed, the one thing that the community, everyone, I think unanimously in the community, other than Xbox players, aka Xbox players, because for whatever reason their game worked fine, but that's because they're used to the lag and playing on a shit console. Anyways, other than those guys, a few and far in between, everyone in the community wanted the hitting to be fixed, to be tweaked back to the first 2 weeks of the game. The first 2 weeks of the game, I felt like the game was so great. I don't know what they changed. I don't know what they intended, but this isn't what we wanted. It didn't turn out how we intended it to be as the community. So here goes another one. Okay, did you guys see that? Let me know if you guys see that. Let's rewind it a little bit. Okay, do you see this? You see this? Is this little blue diamond here? Let's see. That's too small? You see a little blue diamond right there? That means Brian Roberts has diamond fielding. I think that's Brian Roberts. If I get that wrong, flame me in the comments. He has diamond fielding. That means he is one of the best fielding players at the position of second base. Maybe his stats may not reflect. Maybe there's something in there, in the algorithm, in the intendedness of the game. But why doesn't he make this play? Right-handed, glove is on that side. He's charging the ball, and then his player like auto-corrects. He auto-corrects to come up and charge forward. It makes no sense. And I guarantee, I know Ghost probably, he didn't do that himself. There's something in look, we're gonna go through the clip a little bit. Springer gets the ball, he throws it in. Roberts throws it to second base. That dive, that was Ghost. That's not the game. But also, you know, the input lag from when you throw the ball to the when they react is insane. On a double play, yes, you know, in real life, you know, this is a video game, you know, in a simulation video game, but in real life, there's a sense of urgency that they don't have in this game that I don't know if they just, you can't program. And I've never been a programmer. I couldn't tell you, you know, I couldn't tell you the first thing on how to program that in a video game, but you make hundreds of millions of fucking dollars. So you need to fucking figure it out. Okay. And then here we got our next clip here. Out of many glitches, this one makes no fucking sense. How? Ghost, how? And then it goes into his player's hand.
I bet you've never seen that rolling ball glitch.
How does that happen? You see the ball? It rolls out of the stadium, and maybe that's just a visual, but then boom, it's in his player's hand.
What the hell's going on?
It makes no fucking sense. Hundreds of millions of dollars. This isn't the first game. Hey guys, if you're new, if you don't play sports games, this is not the first MLB The Show game. I guarantee you, this isn't. This may be the 20th. Don't quote me, but this is not the first MLB game. Stuff like this, and this is in the middle of the year. I don't know when Ghost posted this. When did he post this? January, February, March, April, and he posted this in April. So, a couple months after the game came out, and this shit was happening. It's crazy. Hundreds of millions of dollars they make. And then kind of next clip here. You see that? So the ball is going foul, and somehow
playing as intended.
the ball comes back to the player's hand.
Get the fucking ball! It went out!
And you see Ghost is angry.
Did you see this shit?
I'd be upset too.
What the fuck was that? That went fucking foul!
Ghost, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the fuck happened there. The ball is clearly going foul, and it just like warps back and goes to the player's hand. What in the programming would tell the ball what ball physics? You know what I mean? It makes no fucking sense. Sorry, I'm getting a little heated here. Let me calm down. Let me take a little sip of water. Okay, we're hydrated. Let's get into the last clip here. This clip is near and dear to my heart because one of the worst things I hated in MLB was the base running.
Get over his head.
So you see,
it is over his head.
Ghost. Yep, he hits it. It gets over the center fielder's head. And what's going on? Okay, base run. Okay, yep. All right, and then the second base.
What just happened there?
I don't know what happened either. I couldn't really see the clip. But one thing. So just for me, from a personal, I don't get it. You know what I mean? If you never played the game before, if you hold R1, it'll make all the players advance. But for some reason, that is the intendedness of that button. You hold the button and the player moves. All the players move. And if you let the button go for whatever reason, sometimes your players they decide to do whatever the fuck they want. You hold the button, you expect the guy on second to go to third, the guy on first to go to second, but for some reason the guy on first, he's going to second, but the guy on second, he's going to second. He starts for third and then he goes back to second, and guess what? Then that's an out. That could lose you a game. And like I said, I can go through and I can find clips. You know what I mean? I can go through and I can find a clip of this happening to countless people. But I like to show Ghost as an example because Ghost plays the fuck out of this game. He played this game every day. I think he still plays the game every day. I don't know how he does it. He's a better man than me because I couldn't do it. I really, really couldn't. And honestly, the amount of money that these companies make and the contracts that they sign with these companies, with the MLB, with the NFL, the NBA, I'm pretty sure NHL has some bad things too, but just it's the greed, man. And of course I'm not rich. I don't have a lot of, I don't have a whole lot of money. Maybe I would change, you know what I mean? But when does it change back? When is the money? When is it enough money to make you want to put out what the players deserve? You know what I mean? We deserve better. As a community, as a Madden community, as a MLB community, as a 2K community, we deserve better. I love sports games. Don't get me wrong. I love my Final Fantasies. I love my scary games, my Resident Evils, God of War. I can't wait for that game to come out. But when it comes to the sports games, I'm a sports guy. I'm a man's man. I love it. I love the sports. I love the competitiveness of the game. This is good stick. This isn't, unless a missed tackle happens here. Okay, yeah, 5 probably should have tackled him. I think that's good stick, but the game is, see, that's ridiculous, you know. But you know what, if it happens every now and again, that shouldn't happen. All right, see, I can watch this shit all day and just complain all day, but you know what I mean. So like some of this stuff though is like, I don't get it. All the money in the world, all the billions of dollars, hundreds of millions, this field goal block glitch has been in the game for years. But back to my rant, you know, as much as, even worse of a glitch, as much as I want to say I want things to be perfect, things are never going to be perfect. You know what I mean? And I'm not telling you the game has to never have a glitch, never have anything wrong. But don't fix what's good for the community. Let's get her off the screen. She's kind of creeping me out. Let's not fix what's good for the community. You know what I mean? Like you make the game play better. You know, you don't do that, but you surely do put these bundles and put these packs and put all these things out because you're making $490 million in player spending. You know what I mean? Like I may have gone off on a rant. I may have gone off topic a little bit, but billions of dollars that these companies make, and it's not just EA. You know, SDS, they make their money. You know, Take-Two Interactive with 2K games, they make their money. We just want a good game. We want to have fun. You know, I've heard good things. This is just a rant from me because all the bad that I've experienced, and I don't have a lot of time in the day to play games. I have a family, I have a job, and you know, when I do take that time out of my day to play the game, that's really one of the reasons I don't stream it much anymore, because I don't have a game that I want to play right now. So hey, I appreciate y'all sitting here listening to me babble and go on and on about the games being, you know, just broken, and the reason why I feel that the games are broken. But you know, if you have a take, if you feel that you have a better reason, or maybe you can explain to me why, you know, why we can't get a good game, why they can't make the games better for us that have been consuming these games for 20 years, 30 years. You know what I mean? If you have an explanation, please just put it down in the comment section below. If you like this video, you go ahead and leave it a like. If you don't like it, you know, leave a dislike, and then, you know, tell me what we can improve on. But hey, I appreciate everybody that comes, you know, stops by, watches the videos, watches the you know, the you know, me and Mr. Walnut Glut, you know, when we do our thing, our podcast, talk about all our crazy stuff. But like I said, these little Mad Men episodes, and Walnut has said, you know, when things happen, you know, we always want to have some content for you. So we want to get better. We want to, you know, keep providing that stuff for you. So you're going to get little shorter videos like this just to give you something for the week, because we failed you. And I'm not going to lie, this week it was on me. So again, I'm sorry. I appreciate everybody that watches our content and appreciates us and likes the videos and stays and watches the videos. So hey, y'all know what it is. Have a good one. Stay safe.